Hi, hello, and welcome. And also thank you for checking in. Folks call me Mr. Rob, and I have something to share with you. You see, recently I purchased a can of mushroom coffee, and I was so impressed with the benefits and the effects that I started to look into growing my own mushrooms. And as I did so, I started to see things from an unfamiliar perspective. And that unfamiliar perspective enabled me to see that contamination needed to be dealt with frontline, face to face, toe to toe. And that's what I have going on here in these trays. And I'd like to share these with you. And first thing is, these are store-bought mushrooms. So the contamination rate was very high. In the future, I'll have my own mushrooms and I'll handle them specifically for growing purposes. But as for this, we have this tray here, and I can show you the back side of that. You can see it had a little bit of contamination. But I was able to still have a healthy spawn on that tray. And it's the same thing with this one here. These all came from the same mushroom bag, and I handled them all the same. And they were all contaminated at some level. And these trays here used to look like this. I'll flip this over so you can see the back of that. All right, we're gonna deal with these guys here in just a couple minutes. But here's another tray. I did these trays all at the same time. And this next one here was really bad. And I wanted to use it today, so I sprayed it a little bit. Just gave it a couple of sprays and it stopped the contamination at that point. It just stopped right there. All right, so now I would like to introduce to you the ingredient that makes this possible. Yep. That's it right there. And I have some of this in my dropper bottle. At this time, I'd like to place that right there, as I do feel it is appropriate. Now, we'll go ahead and just set this aside. All right, now let me show you how I prepared this distilled water. I have distilled water in these bottles. I have 30 drops in this water bottle. I have 20 drops in this spray bottle. And now I'll do some drops of distilled water in this cup here. Oops, let me do something real quick. What I'll do is I'll just spray this down. Okay. Get some distilled water in there. We're gonna go ahead and get there's 10. And there's 20. Okay. Fill that up just a little bit. And what I will do now is get this pipette in here. I'm going to be using that just a little bit. that is just gonna sit right there for now. Okay, let me show you this real quick. These little Tupperware thingies were made with some trays that I had. These are the first trays I had, and they were severely contaminated as well. As you can see, they've moved forward and they're producing a healthy spawn. And after this, we'll be going into grow substrate for my first harvest. So there's that. Now, I'm gonna prepare some substrate using these little containers that I prepared. What I do is I'll rinse these out until the water runs clean. We're going to get that going like that. After that runs clear, I'll go ahead and get that tub. We'll get that about to show about an inch, right around there, about an inch over the settled substrate there. Now, instead of counting so many drops, I'll go ahead and just add half a teaspoon of these drops right there. Okay. I'll grab my favorite ice cream spoon. It's gonna go like that. That'll sit for 24 hours. And after it sits for 24 hours, it'll be totally saturated with the drops and be ready for action. Then you're gonna wanna take it out of the bin, spread it out on a cookie sheet or something flat and allow it to dry a little bit. You want the substrate to be moist and not wet, because that would be a problem inside the tray. You just want a little moisture. Okay, so let me prepare a tray for you real quick before I get into other things. Go ahead and just, I could actually not even do this step, and I'm sure everything will be okay, but I like being part of the answer and not a part of the problem. So again, these are store-bought mushrooms, so I have no idea where they came from, who touched them, how they touched them, but it created a pretty bad situation. But it's okay because it enabled me to get some pretty good answers. So I'll come in, get a little bit of this, get a little bit of the spawn that's just floating around the bottom of the bag. I mean, a person could get a cut from a mushroom, of course, no problem, but I'll just go like that. That's done. All right. Go ahead and set that aside. And that's how I started these trays. Mushrooms that I harvest here in a little while, I won't treat my mushrooms like really bad. I'll handle handle them specifically for growing purposes. So I'll finish up this tray real quick. I suppose the only negative of working with the spawn particles is it gets on the top, but it's not a deal breaker. That's how that goes right there. All right, now I have prepared a substrate, and I prepared it yesterday, and it is ready to go. So we'll use this. All right. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to prepare these trays right here. These trays have just been asking for some attention. So, all right. What I'm going to do is open these guys up first. Okay, so this tray, this one was really bad, so I had to spray it down real quick, and I'll show you how I did that. I just kind of opened it. Well, let me do it. I already did this one, and you can see that everything was stopped. Okay, let me do that to this one. The one I just showed you was worse than this one is. So this is what I did. It's kind of, that mold has been, those contaminants have been put on notice. That's it. Done at that point. So what I'll do now is I'll fill it with the substrate, treated substrate. It's got all that goodness in there. And contamination of any kind really doesn't have a chance there at all. We'll do that one. This is the same way I did those trays that you saw at the beginning of the video. They're done the same way from the same bag with the same spray bottle. Same everything. Oh, that goes like that. And I'll go ahead and do that. Let me go ahead and do that. I just want to be able to show you what a done deal looks like. Of course, you already figured that out, but and that's gonna do what those other trays did. I will be harvesting from the trays that were at one time considered to be trash. So that's what makes those drops and this new process such an absolute game changer. Okay. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and put some substrate here. I'm gonna do some. All right. Okay, so there's that. All right, so if I want to, like every now and then, after we do a tub like that, we're gonna need to get in and mix it up sometimes. So what I do is I just spray off my favorite ice cream spoon. I'll get in there. Look at that. Oh, it smells so nice. That's about 3 weeks right there. I'll get in there and mix it up a little bit like that. I did it just a couple of days ago, so I'm not going to do it again thoroughly, but get in there. And here's the beautiful thing. See, let's say I'm in this little Tupperware thing. I might see something in there that's not supposed to be there, which I won't. I could take that spray bottle and get at that right there, but it's not needed. Okay, so there's that. Now I am going to show you this. This is liquid culture that I prepared maybe about 2 weeks ago. Started off with a couple of pieces. There were like 5 pieces in there floating around. Now there's hundreds, I guess. And they just grow every day. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and try something. Okay. There it is. Okay. So we have this pipette in here, just sitting here waiting for me. All right, so now I'm gonna grab some of this culture and just get a little bit there. Put a little bit more of this in there. Alright. Get a little bit more. Yep. A little bit more of that on there. Yep, all of that. All ready for this. I'm gonna do that. And I'm just breathing all over this stuff. So that's what makes this new process such a beautiful thing. All right, got that looking just like that. And I'll finish it off just a little bit more. All right, and then we'll see what happens there. All right. So now I'll just place the top on there. And I'll put this right where these were at. Look at that, it's just sitting ready to go right there. All right. Now, let me show you how I prepared the liquid culture. All right. All right. Yep. All right. Hoist them all. I'm gonna grab some. Oh, hold on a sec. Let me just go ahead and be a part of the answer and not a part of the problem. Yeah. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. All right. All right. There's that. And I'm going to go ahead and add 2 tablespoons of corn syrup. Right around there. 1, 2. Boom. There it is. Okay. Yep. All right. Next will be 20 drops of this right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120 You see, the thing is, the whole thing is fungi love oxygen and contaminants don't. And there's only two ingredients in this dropper right here: oxygen and water. Okay, so right now, I'm gonna go ahead and grab some of this spawn. It's the same procedure or process that I used for this jar that I just showed you. What I did was, all right, there's that. Okay. Yep. Spray me a little cutting tool real quick. Right. Now, I'm gonna grab a piece of the spawn to go into my culture right here. Yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. Huh? I'm gonna grab that. Take off much of this stuff I can get off there. I mean, if it's inside the jar, I don't see it being a problem. But here we go, this is a better piece. Okay. Yep, I'm going in with this. Actually, I'm gonna use both the pieces. And after everything breaks up and the substrate comes off those pieces, I'll go ahead and open that jar and grab those pieces of substrate out, just like I did on this one. I actually handled this jar carelessly on purpose so that I can maybe get it to start getting, the water to start getting cloudy, so I could just treat it with some more drops. But that just didn't happen. And this jar right here, like I said, I'll be taking out little pieces of the little seed structures. I'll grab them later. But that's how I did that right there. I'll go ahead and close this back up. Yeah, it just does seem like things have changed a little bit. And that's going to be it for now. If you find yourself interested in this new process, you let me know. I can keep you updated. All right, that's it for now. If you find yourself interested in this new process, let me know. I can keep you updated as I move forward. This is Mr. Rob. See ya.